As a four-time Grand Tour winner, few riders are as used to overcoming challenges as Vincenzo Nibali. Now the star attraction of the entirely new Bahrain Merida team, such challenges have been plentiful.
The first impressions are good enough. However, as with any new team, there are many details to be improved. This has to be done step by step in order to reach the level we're expecting from ourselves.
One of the most important steps for the Sicilian has been familiarising himself with the team's Merida bikes. As Nibali continues his preparations for a defence of his Giro d'Italia crown, InCycle were recently invited along to see an important step in his countdown to the Corsa Rosa as he headed to the wind tunnel to perfect his aerodynamic efficiency with the help of Merida's specialists.
Every year there is some progress in regards to frames, bike gear, handlebars and wheels. By consequence, each one of those areas helps to improve performance, and each has to show some advantage in order to arrive at success. Even with TT bikes, the possible differences are huge, and that's why we try to figure out the best setup and rider's position, as we do here at the wind tunnel.
Because aerodynamic is not visible, something you can't touch, you need something, let's say, to believe the story. And the wind tunnel is the right tool to measure and to give data black on white. You can show the rider, in this situation, with 45 km/h, I save 5, 8, 10 watt. And every rider exactly understands what this means.
While the study of aerodynamic impact on cycling performance is nothing new, the potential rewards from positional improvement remain high. And whilst in the past primary focus had been on time trial performance, now regular road riding is receiving just as much attention.
Aerodynamic drag is the biggest resistance a rider has to overcome. It is the biggest area of potential improvement in pro racing, not just for TT, but as well for regular road ride applications. And therefore, we need to sit the rider as aerodynamic as possible on the bike, because if you have the total package of bike and rider, the rider is close to 70% of the total aerodynamic resistance.
For those trying to get the most out of man and machine, the desire to push for maximum aerodynamic efficiency is strong. But with hours on the bike in store for any road racer, wind tunnel testing has to involve a balancing act between performance gain and rider comfort.
The main thing is to convince riders about what we are doing, and to have as well sensations that if the figures show that further improvement is possible, but you can see the rider's resistance because the position doesn't feel convenient, it's as well necessary to get the right sensation to make sure that the riders later on will as well use his position. It's a kind of combination of science and at the other hand of being a kind of motivator as well.
A rider of Nibali's calibre knows full well the value of taking time to go through such a process. Through the team's work in the wind tunnel, Nibali is gaining a better understanding of which bike will help him best in certain situations.
Obviously, in modern cycling, it is very important to use more than one bike, because the producers more and more are offering us new frames. We have the climbing frame, the Scultura, the Reacto for level ground and sprinters, and finally the TT frame, which is the warp, to race against the clock. Thanks to them, it's possible to have different performances in different settings.
And with Nibali's ambitions for the year, he will at least be well equipped to defend his Giro title.
Actually, all top-level bikes of the top brands work on a, let's say, very, very high competitive level. And the main thing is finally to convince riders as well to use the right product out of the portfolio, matching best to their riding style. And for a GC leader, and that's what Vincenzo is not just our captain of the whole team, is as well our biggest hope for the GC. It's as well our obligation to give him the most efficient tool. It's simply the tool which helps him potentially to win the new Giro d'Italia or the next other Grand Tours.